So on Monday, we're going to look at graphs of quadratic equations and find out the solutions by looking at the graphs and square roots. You don't need to write this down. Alright, you need to write all of this down. Solving quadratic equations. One way to solve is by graphing the function. When you're looking at the graph, the solutions are going to be the x-intercepts, so where your graph or your parabola crosses the x-axis. These are called roots or zeros of the function. There could be no solution, one solution, or two solutions, depending on how many times it touches the x-axis. Okay, so here's some examples. And we'll go over these in class. You don't need to write them down, although you can copy them down and then we'll go over them in class. Okay, and we're going to find out by looking at these graphs how many solutions there are. Okay, again, we're going to find the zeros or the solutions by looking at these graphs, and the answers are hiding underneath those circles. Write this down. Solving by graphing. The first step is to graph the quadratic function. Okay, remember, this is how we do it with the t-table. Okay, and then we identify the x-intercepts. So this is where y is equal to 0. For example, okay, and that's the example right there on the left. And when we graph it, it crosses the x-axis at -1 and 1. So the solution is plus or minus 1. We're going to do these examples in class. Okay? Now, write this down. Solving using square roots. So 1, you write the original equation, you isolate x squared on one side, and then you find the square root of each side and simplify. Okay, so we'll do this example in class. These are all examples. Okay, and that's not actually the homework. Our homework is going to be workbook page 263, numbers 1 through 5 and 10 through 12, and you can get that on Monday.